Welcome, everyone. One of the best ways to prepare for the IELTS speaking test is to see it in action. That's exactly what we're doing today with this complete mock test from Spinta. As you listen, think about what the candidate does well and where they could improve. Afterwards, we'll compare notes with a full performance breakdown. Let's begin.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Smith, and I'll be your examiner today. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good afternoon, Dr. Smith. My name is Alex Thompson.
Thank you, Alex. And can I see your identification, please?
Of course, here it is.
Great, thank you. Let's talk about where you live. What is your hometown like?
I come from a small town called Maplewood. It's quite picturesque, surrounded by hills and forests. The community is very close-knit, and everyone knows each other, which I really appreciate.
That sounds lovely. How has it changed over the years?
Well, compared to when I was a child, there have been significant developments. New shops and cafes have opened, and more people are moving in. But the charm of the place remains, which is what makes it special.
Do you think you will continue living there in the future?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I love the familiarity of it, but I also feel the urge to explore bigger cities for more opportunities.
Now, let's talk about your studies. What subject are you studying?
I'm currently studying environmental science. It's an incredibly relevant field given the current climate challenges we face.
What motivated you to choose this course?
Well, I've always been passionate about nature and sustainability. Growing up, I was involved in several community cleanup drives, and that ignited my interest in protecting our environment.
That's admirable. Can you describe a specific project you've worked on?
Certainly. Last year, my team and I organized a tree planting event. We gathered volunteers from the community, and by the end of the day, we planted over 200 saplings. It was exhausting, but fulfilling.
What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
In my free time, I love hiking. There are some beautiful trails near my hometown, and getting out in nature helps me recharge.
How long have you been hiking?
I started hiking with my family when I was around 10 years old. It started as a fun weekend activity, and now it's become a big part of my life.
What do you find most challenging about it?
Honestly, the physical exertion can be tough, especially on steep trails. Sometimes, I feel like giving up, but I remind myself of the amazing views at the top, and that keeps me going.
Thank you. Now let's move on to part 2. I'd like you to take a look at this card. You will have 1 minute to prepare, and then I want you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes about the topic.
Sure, thank you.
Your topic is: describe an interesting historical place you have visited. Please include in your talk what the place is, where it is, what you did there, and why it was interesting to you. You may now begin your preparation.
Okay, I think I'm ready. The historical place I wish to talk about is the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. I visited it last summer during a family trip. The Colosseum is not just an architectural marvel, but also holds immense historical significance as it was once an arena for gladiatorial contests. When I visited, I was amazed by its sheer size and the level of detail in the ancient stonework. We took a guided tour, and I learned about the intriguing stories of the battles that took place there. It was fascinating to imagine the spectators cheering and the immense energy of those events. The atmosphere was electric, and I found it captivating to be standing in a place that has witnessed so much history. This visit deepened my appreciation for Roman history and architecture.
That sounds fascinating, Alex. What was the most memorable part of your visit?
The most memorable part was standing in the center of the arena, imagining what it would have been like centuries ago. I could almost hear the cheers and felt connected to the past in a way that I hadn't experienced before.
Thank you for sharing that. Now let's move on to part 3. I'd like to discuss topics related to historical sites. Why do you think it's important to preserve historical places?
Preserving historical places is crucial as they provide us with a tangible connection to our past. They tell stories about our heritage, culture, and the evolution of societies. By maintaining these sites, we can educate future generations about their history and the lessons learned from it.
That's a great point. How do you think modern technology can help in this preservation?
Modern technology plays a significant role in historical preservation. For instance, 3D scanning and printing allow for the creation of accurate replicas, which can help in restoring damaged sites without compromising the original. Moreover, virtual reality technologies can provide immersive experiences, allowing people to explore these sites online.
Interesting perspective. Are there any challenges regarding the preservation of these sites?
Yes, definitely. One of the biggest challenges is funding. Many historical sites require extensive maintenance, which can be costly. Additionally, some sites are at risk from environmental factors and over-tourism, making it difficult to maintain their integrity.
You mentioned over-tourism. How can that affect historical sites?
Over-tourism often leads to physical wear and tear on these sites. Increased foot traffic can damage structures, and the influx of visitors can change the dynamics of the surrounding area. It also raises the question of authenticity, as commercial interests might overshadow genuine historical appreciation.
That's a valid concern indeed. In your view, how can tourists be encouraged to respect historical places?
To foster respect among tourists, education is key. Informative signage, guidelines, and even workshops can help visitors understand the significance of these sites. Additionally, promoting sustainable tourism practices can encourage visitors to appreciate rather than exploit these cultural heritage sites.
Thank you, Alex. That concludes the speaking test. You've provided some insightful perspectives today.
The candidate demonstrated a high level of fluency and coherence, speaking confidently with only minor hesitations. His ideas flowed logically, and he used various linking phrases effectively to connect thoughts. In terms of vocabulary, Alex exhibited a strong range, using terms relevant to environmental science and historical context, although some phrases could have been a bit more varied. On the grammatical front, he used complex structures with a high degree of accuracy, though there were occasional slips with verb tenses. Pronunciation was clear and intelligible throughout the conversation, making his points easy to follow. Overall, the estimated band score for Alex would be in the range of 7.5 to 8.0. His strengths lie in his ability to articulate thoughts clearly and his rich vocabulary, while areas for improvement could include greater variation in expression and avoiding minor grammatical slips. Thank you for practicing with this IELTS speaking mock test. Visit Spinta for more comprehensive mock tests and personalized feedback to boost your IELTS score.